home.
You seen it?
What is this?
It's just in his house. Hefner's house is on this side of the block.
Oh.
They're on Sharon Cross.
Bro, these guys are not even going into the houses, and now we found out in this video that he's not even at the fucking house. Like, okay, I'm done with this video.
Everybody knows that traffic in LA sucks. But what you might not know is that Los Angeles actually had one of the first, most successful electric commuter systems in the world. So what happened? Well, we're about to find out.
Take a look.
This is Wheelhouse.
Take a look at what happened.
Put on your tinfoil hats, friends. I have a conspiracy for you. But I want to see cars tear ass and burn out, you say. Too bad. We're talking conspiracies today. We're not talking about the type of conspiracy concocted by an idiot that ends up with some nut firing a gun in a pizza place. We're talking about how some major automotive corporations might have bought and dismantled the Los Angeles public transit system. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, you might be a 90s kid. The plot of Who Framed Roger Rabbit was loosely based on it. Aside from winning 4 Oscars that year, the film also helped me develop a lifelong obsession with cartoon ladies, which is a conspiracy in itself. So buckle in, Jeff. I'm talking to you, Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Really put some tape on your camera. The movie industry was still decades away, and 124 years before The Undertaker threw mankind off Hell in a Cell and plummeted 16 feet through an announcer's table, LA installed its first street railroad. The rail system was powered by horses, and the price for a ride was 1 carrot, probably. Don't quote me on that last part. Over the next few years, many smaller rail companies came and went, until 1877, when the Los Angeles and Aliso Street Railroad Company started laying down some tracks. You might know Aliso Street by its contemporary name, the 101. For viewers not in the LA bubble, we put the in front of our highway names because we're cool like that. The population of Los Angeles was growing, and the rail system was more popular than ever due to the baseball fever. Side note, my uncle caught baseball fever and we had to put him down. Citizens were enthusiastically supporting the affordable rail system in an era when getting around wasn't that easy. Business was booming, and by 1894, the Los Angeles Railway had the lion's share of riders. The company was known for their signature yellow cars, not to be confused with Yellow Card, the punk band with a violinist. Hot take, it's hard to look badass when you're wailing on a violin, but that's just me. At its peak, there were over 642 miles of track. The yellow cars of the Los Angeles Railway dominated the public transit scene like The Undertaker dominated mankind in 1998. The affordable trains covered a 6-mile radius from downtown LA and became an integral part of an ever-growing metropolis. In 1911, a deal known as the Great Merger took place as 8 companies were consolidated into the Pacific Electric Rail Company. Aside from having a super sick logo, they also standardized rails and cars and made things a lot safer. The new, updated rail system expanded to 1,000 miles of rails and over 2,000 daily trains, and people were dancing to ragtime music or whatever they listened to. Seriously though, I want a hat with that logo on it. In 1945, a company named the National City Lines purchased the railway from Pacific Electric. National City Lines, sounds great, right? Sounds like a train line, right? No, National City Lines was funded in part by Firestone Tires, General Motors, and Standard Oil, which is a small mom and pop company now known as Chevron. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey Nolan, you're sexy and rugged and I want you to hook up with my sister. And I agree, but you're also thinking those companies don't sound like they have the best interest of public rail systems in mind. And you'd be correct. Not just about the rail system, but also about your sister. Let her know I'm interested. Seriously, I'm single AF. Within a short time of the purchase, National City Lines discarded the iconic yellow cars. They began integrating more buses into public transit that just so happened to be made by General Motors, fueled by Standard Oil and rolling on Firestone Tires. If that's not a conspiracy, I personally invite you to send me one of your turds. You can find my address right here. Psych!
Fucking
The
got him.
NCL claimed that the rail system was in decay and that buses could reach farther and wider than any train could. So they added buses and decommissioned more railways. Totally whack, right? Others thought so too, which is why in 1947, 9 corporations and 7 individuals associated with National City Lines were indicted for conspiring to form a transportation monopoly and conspiring to monopolize sales of buses and supplies to companies owned by National City Lines.
Oh my God.
By the end of the trial, Firestone Tire, Standard Oil,
Bro, this is literally like, this was made in 2018. This is exactly like my fucking breakdown videos, okay? Everybody was popping off with these cringe-ass fucking videos. Chill out. We all did this. Like, this is 2018 Hasan you're making fun of, okay? I'm being honest. I mean, this video is copying my flow word for word, okay? Nice to know all you little fucking Zoomer shits would have hated 2018 Hasan. That's good to know. As the Hasan I fell in love with, don't you dare call him cringe? Yeah. You shouldn't kill the cringe inside of you. You should kill the side that cringes.
Phillips Petroleum, GM, and Mack Trucks were convicted of conspiring to monopolize the sale of buses to local transit companies controlled by NCL, but were acquitted of conspiring to monopolize the ownership of these companies. Well, at least we can all sleep at night knowing that a dastardly conspiracy was brought to justice and the companies fined into oblivion, right? Well, think again. General Motors was fined $5,000, or what they like to call not an inconvenience at all. GM's Treasury Secretary, H.C. Grossman, was fined $1 because, hey, why not? H.C. Grossman sounds like the name of a villain that destroys a beloved public service and gets off with a $1 fine. As much as I'd like to stay on this conspiracy train, I should let you know that I've withheld some information to make this seem like more of a conspiracy than it really is. Don't be mad at me, this is how clickbait works, and we all know that I didn't invent clickbait. It's called spin, and it's—
Come on, bro. There's fucking LA chatters in here that are telling me that this shit's actually poggers, though.
It's literally why some news stations are making money. I couldn't, however, in good faith, continue to deceive you, our loyal viewers. And Jeff, sweet Jeff, please put tape on your camera. Oh, God. By every stretch of the imagination, it seemed that GM and National City Lines destroyed the public rail system in Los Angeles. But in reality, the number of daily commuters had been falling for decades. The rise of affordable cars, coupled with the expansive sprawl that the rails coincidentally helped create, aided in the train car's demise. It's like when my ex-wife convinced me to build her a house and then dumped me. I'll never forgive you, Emma. Freeways were being built all over the city, cutting driving time down significantly, and things were not looking good.
Also, simultaneously separating black and brown people and working class Americans from, of course, the real jobs providers, okay?
For the rails, Angelenos continued to pass on legislation that funded public transit and opted to fund roads and highways. Money dried up like gator jerky, and the rail system was officially taken out of service by the Metropolitan Transit Authority. People required a broader range of mobility when it came to public transit, and one could
Wolves here, boys.
argue that GM and NCL saw transit trending a certain way and took advantage of it.
We're watching a video on LA public transportation because chatters had the audacity to fucking— there was like people in the chat saying that LA public transportation is actually not that bad in an effort to own me.
What the hell is wrong with you,
You don't have to
chat?
get in. I already fixed it. I already fixed the microphone. You're good.
LA transportation is the worst.
I know.
Listen, I got 2 words to fix all of LA's woes. Talking about zip lines. Feel me on that one?
That's right.
From the top of Laurel Canyon, we just rigged zip lines. 1 downtown, 1 Santa Monica. Just throw a bad boy over there, slide. All right?
I love that.
Yeah, I do
Why
too.
are you should be the city planner.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And it's also green.
Creative solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern problems require modern solutions. Okay, I guess we should go because he's not, you know, XQC's not going to be joining us. Is that a surprise to you?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, apparently he was live until like 5 a.m.
Yeah, dude, he's sleeping right now, dude.
Dude, really, dude? Oh, see, dude, really, dude?
Listen, the moment that he stopped dyeing his hair and cutting it, he changed.
Wow, it's like
Changed.
that.
Yeah.
Wow. Shots fired.
The old juicer would sleep for 15 seconds, do 8 back-to-back 24-hour streams. I don't know.
LA to you is apparently just Beverly Hills. No, it's not. But apparently LA to you is only Beverly Hills because I've never lived in Beverly Hills and don't live in Beverly Hills. But
all jokes aside, LA public transportation sucks ass. It's
Yeah.
awful. It's miserable.
Also, the area that I live in, which is of course wealthier, has like free public transit, and at least like bus system internally within city limits.
You don't have any cold water?
No, I don't have any cold water. I don't like cold water. I drink room temperature water.
What?
Yeah. All right. Took a bus from Santa Monica to WeHo and had a pleasant experience though. What? Why?
Is that a commie thing to not drink cold water?
No, I like room temperature water. Why is that weird? Why am I being weird?
That's disgusting. Ew!
Okay. I feel attacked right now. Okay. I like room temp. That's not sick. I like room temp. I feel like cold water tastes different than room temp water. To be fair though, like if I'm at a restaurant, like yeah, I wouldn't want like if I'm drinking tap water, I want fucking cold water. Because like tap water tastes like dog shit anyway. But if I'm drinking like good water that tastes good, then yeah, room temp is the way to go. Don't listen to him. Room temp water is actually healthier because you absorb more of the water itself. Plus I can chug really fast. Me too. I like Gatorade room temp too. The things I don't like room temp are fucking Diet Mountain Dew, Cokes, that sort of thing. Room temp water doesn't feel like you're drinking anything though. No, it feels like you're drinking water. Your lack of accent is very suspicious. Dude, what happened today? Dude, I have real freaks in my chat today. I think like they thought I was gonna stream with XQC, so like they've been sitting in here waiting. There's been some real fucking freaks in here all day, like just some real strange guys. Room temp water is better for those with GI problems. I still think cold water is better though. I don't know what is a GI problem? Like a gastric?
Urinary tract, right?
Gastrointestinal.
No.
Okay. So I am going to get the fucking bag and shit started, and then we're gonna go link up with Kai.
Chat for a while?